Hi, I'm Bob Magnuson from ReedWorks, and today we're going to talk about two things to combine together, reeds and sound. You can't separate them. Your reed is the primary object, vehicle, catalyst to produce your tone and your sound. It also has to give you complete comfort and control, especially in a recording environment, or it's detected that you're uncomfortable, especially when an engineer can solo a mic and listen to your performance. You might be in the ensemble playing and you feel like, okay, it's working, I'm getting by. You don't want to get by in the recording studio. There's just no such thing. You will be discovered. They'll solo tracks and say, this guy isn't making it. So that won't last for long. If you want to have longevity as a studio musician, a recording musician on any level, whether recording out in the real world, going to studios that way, or creating this recording environment and world of your own to do online recording, you have to have consistency. I will do a video entirely on reed structure, reed balance, reed maintenance, and reed longevity. I've done many conventions as a consultant for reed companies, reed tool companies. I've given clinics, and I have mastered certain aspects of maintaining and controlling the performance of your reed. Reeds are a problem to many players. They are not a problem to me. I can take a reed and adjust it with all these different type tools and knives. You look at a knife and it's kind of unassuming, but the only way you learn how to use a knife is by doing hundreds of reeds, learning where to take wood off, how to balance the heart, how to work on just the tip so you get response, different techniques of flexing the reeds. I'll go into a whole video separately of that. But now you might be wondering why a microphone is sitting on my reed table. You can only go as far as the microphone you're recording into. You can have all the gold mouthpieces, gold-plated ligatures, every kind of ligature there is, what they call boutique reeds, the wonderful reeds that you just pay a lot of money for 4 reeds, where everyone will play or you can send them back. That's terrific. But as soon as you put your saliva on a reed and the residue of cheeseburgers, of wine, of Coca-Cola, any material that is in your saliva and your biology will become part of that reed at some point and solidify into the pores. It will become a matter, it will become density, it will become plaque, it will become an agent that will prevent your reed from vibrating at its maximum. So even if you buy these very expensive reeds, they're not going to last that long, and they're going to change as soon as they integrate into your body and biology. And again, I will do a video completely on reeds. I might even do a Facebook Live. I've done that several times, where I do Facebook Live so everyone can interact. But email me with your particular interests or problems that you might have at reeds, and I'll try to address them even individually. The reason I have a microphone sitting here is because this is the latest technology in microphones. It takes modeling of vintage microphones, older microphones. It has 20 microphones in a software package that comes with this microphone. The reason I stress this so much is because if you're going to record yourself and you're spending all this money on gold necks and horns and ligatures and the best pads, etc., etc., and taking lessons and learning how to be an excellent player, you have to have something that's going to record your sound on the same level and quality as your instruments. What I like about this microphone, it gives me versatility. It has over 20 microphones to choose from, and you can record yourself and change all the parameters and the microphone itself after you've recorded yourself. This is a Townsend Sphere microphone. It's a $1,500 microphone, but you're getting almost 20 microphones in here, and you can buy other microphone packages. But you can personalize them, make your own templates. Now when I play 20 different woodwind instruments, from contrabass, clarinet, to piccolo, oboe, English horn, and bass flute and things in between there. If you use the same microphone all the time, it will be detected. It's like taking pictures with just your iPhone. They'll look beautiful, but it doesn't look like a high-end $2,000 camera. For most cases you can get by, but when I record multiple woodwinds and some exotic instruments or instruments with extreme range, like I mentioned, a contrabass clarinet, not that many of you are going to play that, but you might play bass clarinet, there are certain colors and timbres that you want to capture to get the fullest sound out of those instruments. A microphone like this will grab all those qualities. You can use it in stereo with 2 microphones. The sound comes out of different parts of the bass clarinet. As in the flute, there's sound coming out of the bottom end near the foot joint, off the lip plate of the head joint. If you have an open hole flute, there is sound emanating from the open holes. So when you have this is a stereo mic, there are 2 microphones on both sides. When you hold it in this position, you play into it this way and it records stereo. It can be used as a mono microphone. The versatility is a whole video in itself. So what I'm trying to tie in here is the reeds, the knives. This is the analog part of your sound. And you want to get that to be the greatest level of playing you can, because that's what sells you. Sound sells you more than technique. Especially in doing recordings, it's not always technical things that you're playing, but things that have to be played beautifully, melodically, phrased correctly with a flow, and always show comfortable control. You want to be able to control your volume, your pianissimos to your fortes, the control and speed of your vibrato. Now, when I use a microphone like this, when my reeds start to change, maybe I'm doing a recording project and my reed is starting to die somewhat, or it's getting a little bright, with the microphone like this, I can change timbres and change microphones that I can get some more longevity out of the reed to conclude a project. I don't like to change a reed in the middle of the project, because changing the reed could also change the parameter, it can affect my muscles, and it can bog me down. Most of the time in recording, once I start a project, I want to begin it, get into it, and finish it, and get it out. I don't labor it, I'm into it, it's the gig. It's like if you're doing a show of sort, it starts and that's it. And whatever's going to happen from the beginning of that show to the end, you're in the game. You're playing the show. Well, when I'm doing a recording session for myself, even at home, I'm in it. I want to get the job done. I keep going. If the reed starts to fail, I don't have time to fiddle too much. I have certain little tools I use. This is something I've developed, a tool that a company is going to produce for me, and I will give you more information or do a video on this alone. And you might not need all of these other tools with just this one tool, but that's a separate video. Being aware of all these elements help you to maintain and control your sound in the most healthy and positive way. It gives you enjoyment and pleasure. The worst thing is when you feel your body is fighting an instrument, or a reed is pushing back, or it's pitchy, or you're just uncomfortable. It affects your performance psychologically and sonically. To check out more information on the Townsend microphone, you can email me directly, and I certainly will give you information and tips, and I can give you templates that I use with this microphone. Like I said, I'll do a video on all these reed techniques, but if you're interested, email me with a particular interest and I'll help you. For reed techniques and things, and even the microphones, personal consulting is vital, because there's just only so much you can give someone in a video, and you can do only so much, but you need hands-on help. Whether it's from me or anyone, but I do personal consultations, and I can set up templates and tweak things exactly for you, the room you're in, the software you're using, the instruments and mouthpieces you're using, with the microphones you choose. I'm Bob Magnuson for ReedWorks. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Tell your friends. You can make money online as an online recording studio musician. Best of luck to everyone.